Let's turn to Taylor Swift. She is the latest celebrity to jump into the nation's heated political debate.
But it is a surprise to see that she's actually speaking about politics. This is so out of the norm for Taylor Swift.
When Taylor Swift encouraged her fans last fall to vote, more than 35,000 signed up.
Taylor Swift is really popular among all voters. Her favorable rating is 70%.
See that the Super Bowl is rigged so that Taylor can take center stage and endorse Biden.
Conservative criticism, Taylor Swift. In the ever-churning machine of American pop culture, few figures shine as brightly as Taylor Swift. With her blonde locks and blue eyes, she's earned the moniker Miss Americana, embodying a certain ideal of the American dream. Alongside her Super Bowl-winning boyfriend Travis Kelce, they seem to epitomize success, fame, and adoration. Yet beneath the surface of their glittering facade lies a simmering cauldron of controversy, particularly among conservative circles in the United States. It's a peculiar phenomenon, this juxtaposition of admiration and animosity. One might wonder, why would anyone harbor ill will towards such quintessential symbols of American success? The answer lies in the complex interplay between politics, culture, and personal identity. In the early days of Taylor Swift's meteoric rise to fame, there was a palpable hope among certain factions that she would align herself with conservative ideologies. With her wholesome image and mainstream appeal, she seemed tailor-made for the role of a right-wing icon. Some even went so far as to dub her an Aryan goddess, a label that speaks volumes about the racialized undercurrents of admiration within certain segments of society. However, Swift's journey took an unexpected turn when she broke her long-standing silence on political matters. In 2018, she endorsed Phil Bredesen, a Democratic candidate for the Senate in her home state of Tennessee. This seemingly innocuous act sent shockwaves through the conservative establishment, triggering a wave of backlash and vitriol directed at the pop star. The intensity of the backlash Swift faced speaks to the depth of the rift that emerged within her fanbase. For those who had pinned their hopes on her being a conservative darling, her endorsement felt like a betrayal, a rejection of their deeply held beliefs. Suddenly, Swift found herself at the center of a maelstrom of online hate, including disturbing instances of harassment and abuse. But the animosity towards Swift extends beyond mere political disagreements. In recent years, she has become the target of baseless conspiracy theories, including the ludicrous notion that she and Kelce are involved in a grand scheme to rig the 2024 U.S. election. These unfounded claims, propagated by fringe elements within the conservative movement, are a testament to the power of paranoia and misinformation in the digital age. In reality, Swift's foray into politics is a natural extension of her evolution as an artist and a citizen. Like many Americans, she has grappled with the complexities of contemporary political discourse, and her decision to speak out reflects her genuine convictions and values. To reduce her actions to a nefarious conspiracy is not only absurd, but also deeply irresponsible. The criticism directed at Taylor Swift by conservative commentators speaks volumes about the fraught state of American politics and culture. It is a reminder that even the most seemingly innocuous acts can become politicized in an increasingly polarized society. Yet amidst the noise and the chaos, Swift remains undeterred, a beacon of authenticity in a sea of cynicism. Unraveling the Swift conspiracy. In the realm of celebrity gossip and political intrigue, few stories capture the imagination quite like a good conspiracy theory. Enter Taylor Swift, the pop sensation whose every move seems to spark speculation and controversy. From her relationships to her music videos, no aspect of her life is immune from scrutiny, especially when it comes to politics. The latest conspiracy theory swirling around Swift revolves around the notion that she and her boyfriend Travis Kelce are part of a grand scheme to rig the 2024 U.S. election. It's a wild claim, one that strains credulity and defies logic, yet it has gained traction among certain segments of the population, particularly among conservative circles. At first glance, the idea of Swift and Kelce masterminding a political conspiracy seems laughable. After all, they're just a couple of entertainers, right? But delve deeper into the murky waters of online forums and social media, and you'll find a tangled web of speculation and conjecture.
Let's turn to Taylor Swift. She is the latest celebrity to jump into the nation's heated political debate.
Well, pop star Taylor Swift's high-profile relationship with the football star Travis Kelce is sparking right-wing conspiracy theory.
I'm not going to get into the president's schedule at all from here as it relates to the 2024 elections.
But it is a surprise to see that she's actually speaking about politics. This is so out of the norm for Taylor Swift.
The origins of the Swift conspiracy theory can be traced back to her decision to break her long-standing silence on political matters. In 2018, she endorsed Phil Bredesen, a Democratic candidate for the Senate in her home state of Tennessee, a move that sent shockwaves through the conservative establishment. Suddenly, Swift found herself the target of intense backlash and vitriol, with some going so far as to accuse her of being a pawn in a larger political game. But why Swift, and why now? To understand the motivations behind the conspiracy theory, one must first understand the broader cultural and political landscape in which it has taken root. In an era of deep political polarization and widespread distrust of institutions, conspiracy theories offer a seductive narrative that promises to make sense of a chaotic world. For some, Swift's endorsement of Democratic candidates was seen as a betrayal of their deeply held beliefs. They had invested their hopes and aspirations in her, only to be disappointed when she failed to align with their political views. In their minds, the only explanation was that Swift must be part of a larger conspiracy, a puppet being manipulated by shadowy forces behind the scenes. Of course, the reality is far more mundane. Swift is simply exercising her right as a citizen to engage in the political process and advocate for causes she believes in. To reduce her actions to a nefarious conspiracy is not only absurd, but also insulting to her intelligence and agency. The Swift conspiracy theory is a cautionary tale about the dangers of misinformation and paranoia in the digital age. It serves as a stark reminder that we must approach sensational claims with a healthy dose of skepticism and critical thinking. As for Swift and Kelce, they'll likely continue to weather the storm of controversy with grace and resilience, secure in the knowledge that truth will ultimately prevail.
Taylor Swift seems to have an effect on nearly everything, and now she's making an impact on young voters.
When Taylor Swift encouraged her fans last fall to vote, more than 35,000 signed up.
Taylor Swift is really popular among all voters. Her favorable rating is 70.
Talked often about how she felt led to take a stand regarding many of the issues that people were talking about.
Tracking Taylor's turbulence. In the high-flying world of celebrity drama, Taylor Swift's private jet has become the latest point of contention. When computer programming student Jack Sweeney found himself on the receiving end of a cease and desist letter from Swift's legal team, he didn't back down quietly. Instead, he took to social media with a sassy retort that left fans buzzing and Swift's camp scrambling for damage control. The saga began when Swift's lawyer, Katie Wright Maroney, accused Sweeney of using public flight data to track the singer's movements. According to Maroney, Sweeney's actions constituted stalking and harassing behavior, as he allegedly provided real-time updates on Swift's whereabouts to the public. It was a bold accusation, one that Sweeney was quick to refute. In a move straight out of Swift's own playbook, Sweeney fired back with a dismissive response and a well-placed dig at the pop star. Posting a copy of his attorney's letter on his X account, Sweeney tweeted, "Look what you made me do." It was a clever nod to Swift's hit song, but it also served as a defiant statement of his innocence. Sweeney's attorney, James Slater, was equally unapologetic in his defense of his client. In a pointed rebuttal to Maroney's allegations, Slater asserted that there was nothing illegal about Sweeney's use of publicly accessible flight data. According to Slater, Sweeney's website, which tracks the location of private jets, posed no threat to Swift's safety and was well within the bounds of the law. The exchange quickly became fodder for gossip columns and social media pundits, with fans taking sides and Swift's detractors reveling in the controversy. But beyond the drama, the incident raised important questions about privacy, public information, and the limits of celebrity. In an age where technology allows for unprecedented access to personal data, where do we draw the line between public interest and personal privacy? And should public figures like Swift expect a higher degree of protection from scrutiny, or are they fair game for anyone with an internet connection? For now, The battle over Swift's private jet tracker rages on, with both sides digging in their heels and refusing to back down. But amid the noise and the drama, one thing is clear. In the age of social media, even the skies are not immune to the spotlight. Swift's spectacular Singapore sojourn. Singapore is buzzing with excitement as Taylor Swift gears up to grace the island nation with 6 electrifying performances in early March. The pop superstar's arrival comes as a result of strategic efforts by government authorities, who have awarded Swift a grant to perform in the city-state, recognizing the immense economic potential of her concerts. While the exact amount of the grant remains undisclosed, it's clear that Singapore sees Swift's concerts as a lucrative investment. The Tourism Board and Culture Ministry emphasize the significant benefits her performances bring to the economy, particularly in sectors such as hospitality, retail, travel, and dining.
Focused on related to gun violence and climate change, she has come out and expressed her concerns about as well.
See that the Super Bowl is rigged so that Taylor can take center stage and endorse Biden.
Sides of the aisle here when it comes to registering voters. I've heard you talk a lot about Democrats. Is she also focused on potential Republican voters?
Reports suggest that Swift's exclusive agreement to perform only in Singapore within Southeast Asia has stirred some controversy, with rumors swirling about the hefty price tag attached to her appearances. While the government has not confirmed the details of the exclusivity clause, it's clear that Swift's presence in Singapore is generating considerable buzz and anticipation among fans. With over 300,000 tickets already sold, Swift's Singapore concerts are poised to be a monumental success. Fans have eagerly queued overnight to secure their spots, braving the tropical heat in their fervent excitement. From VIP ticket offerings to the promise of unforgettable performances, Swift's sojourn in Singapore promises to be nothing short of spectacular. That's all for this video, folks. See you next time.